Hey everybody, and welcome back to our Bible study through the Gospel of Luke. As soon as I sat down, the landscaping guys started weed eating outside. I thought about delaying this, and I was like, you know what, I'm pressing on anyway. So I hope that the microphone isn't going to pick up too much of the noise of that in the background. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. We are picking up in our notes in verse 23, and we're going to talk today about the genealogy of Jesus that's listed at the very end of Luke chapter 3. Now, this is definitely going to be a little bit more of a technical study, and just bear with me. It's something we kind of have to deal with, and I think it's important to deal with. But you'll see why as we go through. If you want a copy of the notes, which would be helpful in this section, you can get them on Amazon.com, or there's a link down below to a digital copy. So I'm going to read just this whole section. It's a lot of names. It's typically considered probably pretty boring reading. But let me read this, and then we'll talk about why it's significant and one confusing part about it that we need to reconcile with Matthew's gospel. All right, I'll try to read fast. Luke chapter 3, verse 23. Jesus, when he began his ministry, was about 30 years of age, being the son, as was supposed, of Joseph, the son of Heli, the son of Mattai, the son of Levi, the son of Melchi, the son of Jenai, the son of Joseph, the son of Mattathias, the son of Amos, the son of Nahum, the son of Esli, the son of Negai, the son of Math, the son of Mattathias, the son of Semen, the son of Josek, the son of Joda, not Yoda, just Joda, the son of Jonan, the son of Risa, the son of Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, the son of Neri, the son of Melchi, the son of Adai, the son of Kosam, the son of Elmadam, the son of the son of Joseph, the son of Eleazar, the son of Joram, the son of Mathat, the son of Levi, the son of Simeon, the son of Judah, the son of Joseph, the son of Jonam, the son of Eliakim, the son of Maliah, the son of Minna, the son of Mattatha, the son of Nathan, the son of David, the son of Jesse, the son of Obed, the son of Boaz, the son of Salah, the son of Nahashon, the son of Aminadab, the son of Admin, the son of Arni, the son of Hezron, the son of Perez, the son of Judah, the son of Jacob, we know that guy, the son of Isaac, and the son of Abraham, the son of Terah, the son of Nahor, the son of Serug, the son of Ru, the son of Peleg, or Peleg, but I like to say Peleg, the son of Eber, the son of Shelah, the son of Canaan, the son of Arphaxad, the son of Shem, the son of Noah, the son of Lamech, the son of Methuselah, the son of Enoch, the son of Jared, the son of Mahalalel, the son of Canaan, the son of Enos, the son of Seth, the son of Adam, the son of God. Okay, so what on earth is this giant list of names? Well, this is a genealogy, and this is really important because the Messiah was prophesied to come through certain lines of people all throughout the Old Testament. There's several of them. And hopefully you'll be able to hear about them over the weed eater that's going on outside. Seriously, like the second I sat down. So let's talk about this. And let's begin by talking about the difficulty with this text. And there's another text in Matthew that's very similar in Matthew chapter 1. So what's the difficulty here? And what's the challenge? The difficulty arises when you compare the names in Matthew's genealogy with the names in Luke's genealogy. They're different, and they're not just a little bit different, they're significantly different. And yet both of these genealogies claim to be, or at least what it appears to be, that they are the genealogies of Joseph, who was Jesus' earthly father. Now we know that he wasn't his biological father. Mary conceived miraculously. She was a virgin when she conceived. So Jesus belonged to Joseph's house, but he wasn't biologically his father. But nonetheless, the genealogies appear to go back through Joseph. Here, Heli, Heli, is listed as Joseph's father, and in Matthew, it's somebody else, whose name I cannot remember off the top of my head, but if you go back and look, it's somebody else. So how do we make sense of these two texts? How can we reconcile them? And one thing I want to mention is that there's a lot of different theories, there's a lot of different facts that need to be considered in this, and there's a bunch of different ideas about how to reconcile and how to interpret all of these details. You can literally spend hours digging into this, and I know because I did, and I debated about which theories I wanted to include here and what I wanted to discuss, and in the end I just decided that I was going to discuss the two theories that seem most likely to me, and then encourage you to go out and to research this more if it's something that you're interested in. And it is important because it has to do with the inerrancy of the gospel, or of the Bible. Does the Bible have a bunch of mistakes in it? Is this just a big old mistake? Somebody got this wrong. Luke or Matthew just recorded the wrong guy's genealogy. Well, hopefully that's not the case. And so we need to study to figure out what is actually going on here. So let's discuss how we reconcile these two. And this does get into the weeds a little bit. I think that the best harmony of these two genealogies is to understand Matthew's genealogy as the bloodline of Joseph, and Luke's genealogy as the bloodline of Mary. And one might immediately object to this and say, no, Luke's specifically says that it's coming through Joseph, the son of Heli, chapter 3, verse 23. Therefore, Luke cannot be talking about Mary's bloodline. Let's discuss how it could be possible that Luke is talking about Mary's bloodline instead of Joseph's, even though he specifically mentions Joseph. So I want to read you this section that I took right out of the JesusQuestion.org that I found to be somewhat helpful on this issue. And there's a couple sections here that I included, but they just explain things better than I probably could have. It reads this. The obvious objection to this theory, the theory being that this is Mary's bloodline, is that Luke explicitly lists Joseph as Jesus' predecessor with no mention of Mary. And Jesus himself began to be about 30 years of old, being, as was supposed, the son of Joseph, which is the son of Heli. Supporters of the theory that this is Mary's bloodline say that the genealogical language is not as precise here as it is in Matthew. The early Greek manuscripts read Joseph of Heli, excluding the section, quote, the son. The son is an editorial insertion, and if you're reading like the King James Version, you'll see that it's in italics, which means it's supplied by the translators. It's not actually there in the original. All right, so it just says Joseph of Heli in the original. Luke does not use the verb genao, Hebrew for father or to begat, that Matthew uses to describe the relationship between the two generations, which leaves it open to speculation that perhaps Joseph was the son-in-law, not the biological son of Heli. So that's one suggestion, is that the language here doesn't demand that Joseph is the biological son of Heli. Perhaps he is referred to here as the son-in-law of Heli because he's included there because he wasn't the biological father of Jesus, but he's still important for tracing the family. It goes on. The punctuation of this verse was also not present in the original, and some translators suggest that the closed parenthesis belongs after Joseph instead of after supposed, as in Jesus being the son as was supposed of Joseph of Heli. With this formulation, the implication would be that Jesus' maternal grandfather, Heli, is his closest male ancestor, saying that Joseph was supposed to be his father, because that was, the natural way of looking at things. But in reality, Heli was his closest male relative, who was Mary's father, or Jesus' maternal grandfather. Some commentators have gone even further to suggest that Mary's father, Heli, had no sons, so he made Joseph his adoptive heir when he and Mary wed. And you can see examples of this in Numbers chapter 27, 1 Chronicles chapter 2, Ezra chapter 2, all those verses are mentioned in the notes. And so there's Jewish precedent for this. The idea is that Heli, who was could be Mary's father, he didn't have any children. And so he basically adopted Joseph as his family heir, and then he carried on his family through Joseph and through his son-in-law. Okay. So if Luke really is tracing Mary's ancestry, then why not just say so? Why not just say, oh, this is Mary's father? Well, because like most ancient cultures, the Hebrews omitted women's names from genealogical records. So Luke, unlike Matthew, who just brazenly puts the females' names in, I think he has 4 females in his genealogy, Luke was following a more traditional route and sticking to the customs of the genealogies by putting in only male names. And it would have been natural for Luke, who acknowledges the unique case of the virgin birth, to give the maternal genealogy of Jesus, even though it meant expressing it in a kind of awkward way. We know that Luke often focuses on things from Mary's perspective. We've read several times that Mary stored up things in her heart and considered them for later. So Luke has been focused on Mary in a lot of unique ways. It makes sense that he could record her genealogy here. So that is really the first theory, and I think of what I've seen, the best theory as to how to reconcile these. And I do want to include one other one, and again, this gets down into the weeds, so I'm just probably going to read it, and you can consider it, dig into it a little bit more if you want to. I'd also encourage you to look at this solution called the Levirate solution, sometimes called the Africanus solution, to explain the differences between Matthew and Luke. It posits that Joseph had 2 fathers. Okay? No, this is not some kind of gay situation. This is, let's explain. Because there's 2 people with 2 fathers today, and that is not what was going on here. There was a command in the Old Testament, Deuteronomy chapter 25, verses 5 through 10, where if a man's brother died, and that brother didn't have any kids, the living brother was supposed to marry his dead brother's wife. So he was supposed to marry his sister-in-law if she was widowed without any children. Yeah, it's kind of weird, I know, by today's culture, but that was the law in the Old Testament. And that brother-in-law was supposed to marry his sister-in-law and have children with her so that his children could carry on the family lineage in the name of the original father. So let me illustrate this in really what is a very creepy way to me. But let's say that my brother's wife dies, okay, and let's say they didn't have any children. It's my responsibility to marry my brother's widow and to have children with her, and those children are not going to be, they're not going to be descendants of me legally, they're going to be descendants of my brother. So it was a way of carrying on the family name of somebody who had kind of missed out on the opportunity. So that was the law, and it was Deuteronomy chapter 25, you can read about it. It's possible that Joseph's mother was married, but her husband died before they were able to have kids. So she then married her brother-in-law, and Joseph was born to that union. Okay? And this would leave Joseph with a legal father, his mom's first husband, and with a blood father, his mom's second husband. Okay? It's a bit confusing, I know, but once you get your head wrapped around it, it does become a potential explanation for why the differences exist between Matthew and Luke. So, whether Mary's family tree, whether this is a record of Mary's family tree or Joseph's family tree through 2 different fathers, the genealogy is significant to establish Jesus' legitimate claim as the Messiah. So God prophesied that King David, back in the Old Testament, he was going to have a throne that was going to endure forever. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12 through 16. Now, how was God going to make that happen? Well, the Messiah was going to claim David's throne, and he was going to reign for all time. Luke chapter 1, verse 32. In order to claim the throne of David, the Messiah needed to be a legitimate son of David, an heir. And Luke chapter 3, verse 31 shows us that Jesus was, in fact, a direct descendant of King David, and he came through his line. He was a legitimate heir to claim this throne, therefore to be the Messiah. And not everybody could claim that, right? I mean, there was a lot of false messiahs running around Jesus' time, but not all of them had the genealogical records to prove that they could potentially be the guy according to the prophecies that had been spoken many, many years before this. Matthew's genealogy shows Jesus' direct connection to the Jewish royal line. All right, so Solomon, it mentions Solomon, Rehoboam, Josiah, and Hezekiah. They're all mentioned over in Matthew's genealogy, and they were all Jewish kings. Jesus was from the royal line of kings, but there was a problem with that royal line of kings. Part of that line had been cursed. This is like one of those Old Testament details you kind of have to dig around to find. There was a king named Jeconiah, and he also goes by Jehoiachin or Coniah, just to confuse you some more. So Jeconiah, he was cursed by God. God cursed him through the prophet Jeremiah and told him that none of his offspring would follow him on the throne of Judah. Jeremiah chapter 22, verse 30 reads, "Thus says the Lord, write this man down as childless, a man who shall not succeed in his days, for none of his offspring shall succeed in sitting on the throne of David and ruling again in Judah." So anyone who came through Jeconiah's line wasn't going to be king. So it's important to establish that Jesus came through another line. Luke's genealogy is significant in showing not that Jesus came through the royal line of Solomon and Josiah and Hezekiah, but that he had connections back to King David. But Luke runs his genealogy through another one of David's sons, not Solomon, but he runs it through Nathan. The genealogy in Luke 3 runs through David's son Nathan, not Solomon, who was part of that cursed line. And so both genealogies are significant because Matthew's gospel establishes the royalty of Jesus' ancestry, and Luke's gospel makes it clear that his blood was free of the curse of Jeconiah, and it was fit to claim the throne. So there's a lot going on there. And I hope that was somewhat beneficial to you. These are things you're probably not going to be able to wrap your head all the way around in one quick video, but just know that hopefully that you use this as a primer, as an introduction to some of these concepts, and you can go back and study them on your own in the future. But they are important when you're dealing with these texts. So this weed eater outside is driving me absolutely insane. I was going to shoot like 3 or 4 videos today, but I'm going to have to wait till that dude quits. And this whole video, the audio might be trash, so might have to refilm this. Anyway, if it's tolerable, I will post it, and I'm sorry, hopefully the noise isn't too distracting, but I will see you guys sometime after the weed eater quits.